My name is Jackie Douglas, and I have been doing CrossFit for a little over 2 years. After I had my second child, I needed to lose a bunch of weight, so I lost about 50 pounds. And then after my third, I was pretty happy where I was weight-wise, but I needed to tone up. So I was talking to my husband and trying to decide what I wanted to do, and he suggested CrossFit. And so I talked to Joey, who I've known for a long time, and he kind of told me about it a little bit. So we went up to the gym one day and I met Chris, and he was just about to start a WOD. So I stuck around for a little bit and watched, and it was a really short one, only about maybe 5 to 8 minutes long. And when they got done, everybody was sprawled out on the floor and they looked absolutely miserable. And so logically, I thought, okay, let's give this a try. I've definitely toned up, which was my initial goal. I'm a lot stronger than I was when I started. I could hardly lift the bar over my head to do a push press when I started. So I've definitely come a long way. So my main goal is just to keep improving. So I still have to scale a lot of things, which is one of the things I like about CrossFit, because no matter where you start, there's always a scaling option that can get you going. So my goal is just to get to where I'm not having to scale a lot of the movements and that I can do everything as prescribed. A couple of my bigger accomplishments lately are back in November, I did a Spartan race. It was my first one. And before, I used to think they were kind of crazy. I had no interest in doing them whatsoever, but probably over the last year or so, they've been a little more intriguing and looked a little bit fun even. So I kind of jumped in one day and just said, let's do this. And so I completed my first race. I did the sprint in November. And then in this year in November, I plan on doing the Beast. And then more recently in February, just a couple weeks ago, I did my first 15K. And before that one, the most I'd ever run was a 5K, and the last time I did a 5K was probably about 4 years ago. So a couple of friends from the gym talked me into running the 15, and I was trying to come up with a game plan for a few weeks, and decided I'll just kind of wing it and see how it went. And so I did the 15K, and I really surprised myself because I ended up actually running the entire thing. I didn't stop one time for a drink or a snack or nothing. I just kept going, and just every mile I just kept pushing myself to just go one more mile. And then before I knew it, it was almost over, and I had ran the whole thing. So I was really proud of myself, and didn't really expect that to happen, but was super proud of myself when it was over. And I definitely 100% believe that if it wasn't for CrossFit, that would not have happened. For one, I wouldn't have been interested in doing it, and just physically, I don't think I ever would have been able to do it without CrossFit. So I am a customer service supervisor for a worldwide abrasives company. I've been with the company for almost 13 years. I kind of started at the bottom and I've worked my way up. So I'm married to my high school sweetheart, TJ. We've been married for 13 years this year. And then we have 3 kids. Kendall is 8, Cole is 6, and Corey is 2. So TJ has, since I started, he has started coming as well. Sometimes we can come at the same time, which is awesome because we get to work out together, and that's just something we can kind of bond over. And then the kids come up here a lot. My daughter's up here with me every day, so she's part of my big push to keep going, because I know she's watching me every single day and she's watching what I'm doing. So I want to make sure that I'm setting a good example for her, so that she knows that it's important for us girls to also stay active and to be strong. And she watches that every day, so I want to make sure that I'm setting that good example for her. My name is Jackie Douglas, and I'm an athlete at CrossFit Stephenville.